Hello there, and welcome back to MonLabo Linux. So today we're going to be talking about the difference between SSH server and SSH client on Ubuntu and Red Hat, for example. Usually, when you have Debian-based operating system, okay, they come with SSH ability, but they do not have an open SSH server installed to them, and you cannot by default log in using SSH to this type of servers. And on the other side, Red Hat based operating system, they come with both client and server pre-installed. So let's just check here something. So if I was to do systemctl status SSHD, you see that it's not available even. Okay, it's not even available. But if I was to do the same here, okay, systemctl status, you will see that it is enabled and it is active. Okay, so which means that it's fully functional and the server can listen. And as a response, to make sure that we have the server here, you will see that it says Open SSH Server daemon. Okay, so now we're gonna do something. Okay, so another way you can check that is when you are inside this directory. I already moved into it. So /etc/sshd, you do ls or you can do ll. You will see that we have, I want you to focus on only two stuff. You will see that we have the SSH underscore config, and then we have the SSH D. Okay, so we have D underscore config. D means that is a daemon, which is a server. Okay, so this is for the daemon, which is a server, and here this is for the client. There are different configuration structure. If you go there, you do SSH D. Oops, I need permission sudo to do that. So I will do that, and also I will pipe it to less, okay, with the less command. Okay, I need my password, which is, and then I will see here that they say this is the SSH G server. You see here, G server system Y configuration file. Okay, and you have to consult this and that. So that's the one for the server. But now, if I do that for the client, okay, you will see that they will say what here. This is the client system Y configuration file, and then it has different structure where you can configure different stuff. Now if I was to come to the Ubuntu side, okay, and within the same directory, I do ll, I will have something like this, okay, where I have the SSH underscore config and SSH, only that one, okay. So I have only the client here, so I can do cat. Oops, sorry. Uh, so I can do sudo. No, I don't need sudo since this is a client. So I just do cat on SSH underscore config. Okay. And then if I hit enter, you will see that I have only the client side here. Okay. Now, how do we also make sure that this is only having the client, not the server, and on the other side we have the server, okay, and the client together. So if I was to take the IP address of this guy, which is ending by 145, and try to access that from the Ubuntu side, so I will do SSH, and I can put my username and the IP address of the Ubuntu server, and if I type enter, you will see that it's asking me if I want to connect to it. I can type yes, and then you will say that it's adding a permanent AG type of key, and then I can put my password there, and voila, I'm connected to the remote server. Let me exit from here, and if I wanted to do the same thing here, which is ending by 163, and I want to connect from this remote server here, and I type enter, you will see that it's trying to guess, like, okay, does that machine has a server? What can I do? So it's going to do like that until it times out. Okay, so this is a proof that you cannot SSH to a Debian based operating system if it doesn't have the open SSH server. But now, how to solve that problem? To solve the problem, okay, you will just come here and then you will do, let me close this one first, okay, because it's not able to connect to it. So we need to close it. Okay, so now if you want to solve the problem, you can just come here and do sudo apt install, okay, open ssh dash y, and then it's going to go ahead and install all the required packages and everything that needs to be done. And then once it's done, you will see here that it says something like creating, okay, creating file, and then you see the location here, /etc/ssh/sshg underscore config. So it means that it has created the daemon configuration file. And now to check and make sure that we have the server installed, we can type like this, and now it's not read, is something, it has an output, okay, and it say open BSD secure SS shell server, and but actually it is inactive and disabled. So it means that you cannot still log into it if you were to try like this, okay, you cannot. So we need to go ahead and do this. So we need to enable it. So if we do sudo systemctl enable dash dash now, okay, and then we put the sshd, and then when we do this, okay, it's now enabled. So let's go ahead and try again. So are we able to do that? Still, we are not. Why? Because it's trying to connect on this port. So we have to open the port number as well. But let's verify that the service is really active and running. Yeah, it is active and running and also enabled. So we now need to open the firewall. So if I was to do sudo uncomplicated firewall and then status, okay, and then I will say variables. I will see that I have only cockpit IP port number over there. So what should I do? I can add that. I will say allow, okay, and then what should I allow? Port 22 slash, I mean to say slash TCP, and then if I type enter, okay, so you will see that it has added the new rules, and then let's try if we can get access to it again. So if we were to do this, now we are able to connect to it, and I can put my password here, and voila, I'm connected to the remote server. So if you like what you see, please consider being a hero for this channel and subscribe. And yep, so bye bye and share.